The chair lays out on second reading SJR 19. The clerk will read the resolution.
SJR 19 by Colcourse, proposing a constitutional amendment establishing a right for residents of certain facilities to designate an essential caregiver for in-person visitation.
The chair recognizes Mr. Frank to explain the resolution.
Members, earlier today, we unanimously passed a great bill to establish an essential caregiver's right in law. However, as the experience of the last year has shown, it is possible that even when the legislature passes a law, those can be suspended in times of emergency. The issue of ensuring in-person visitation is important enough that I believe it should be enshrined in the Constitution to make sure that we don't have a repeat of the tragedies that occurred over the last year. SJR 19 would leave it to voters to establish the constitutional right of residents of LTCs to designate an essential caregiver that cannot be prohibited from in-person visitation. It does, importantly, allow the legislature to establish guardrails around the essential caregiver visitation, just as we have done in the bill earlier today. I know most of us have heard the tragic stories of constituents languishing in loneliness and despair and isolation because in-person visitation was forbidden. Let's make sure this doesn't happen again, and with that, I move passage.
The question occurs on the adoption of the joint resolution. As a record vote required by the Constitution, the clerk will ring the bell. Show Mr. Parker voting aye. Show Mr. White voting aye. Show Mr. Reynolds voting aye. Show Mr. Bella Coffin voting aye. Ms. Slauson voting aye. Show Mr. Wilson voting aye. All members voting. There have been 142 ayes, 1 nay. The resolution is adopted.